Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Good morning. Welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie. I'm tuning in clearly from my car. I would love to know, can you hear me? So I need to make sure my internet is okay. Good morning. I just dropped the girls off at golf. They're golfing out there. I'm sitting in here with you. And I had a thought that I wanted to share with you this morning. So I wasn't going to do a live till later this afternoon, but we're going to chat today and maybe later. So can you hear me? Is my internet okay? And I was sharing in my stories today. So I've been doing 75 Hard. And if you don't know what that is, it's just a program. How many of you have done 75 Hard before? It's a program where you work out twice a day. One of the workouts have to be outside. You read 10 pages a day. You drink a gallon of water. You eat well. So it's basically the stuff that I do pretty much every day. I just wasn't doing 2 workouts. And we traveled the last 48 hours. So we drove 10 hours, helped my sister with an Airbnb, came back. I did not, here's what I want to say. I pressed fail this morning. So I pressed fail. And because I was trying to justify why I don't have to go back to start, why I don't have to start over. And how the program works is you do all of the things, you take a picture at the end of the day, you fill out your information, and then you move forward. If you miss one day, you have to go back to day 1. So all of our friends, my husband, they're on day 15, maybe. And I woke up this morning and I was like, okay, well, first of all, last night, my husband was like, do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to finish the day? And I was like, I actually am exhausted. And I talked about this in a live before, but I hurt my back on Sunday and I just have been babying it. So I say all of that for a reason. In my head, I was trying to justify, I could do a couple push-ups, or I could just walk around the block. Hey, I could do all of these things, right? And then I sat there for a second this morning and I thought, why am I trying to justify and lie to myself just to click a button to just say, hey, I'm still going with 75 Hard. And I thought, that's really silly. I'm competitive, but I don't want to lie to myself. I'm competitive, but I also was like, but Stephanie, you didn't do it. You failed. And I want you to know something. It's so easy to justify. I've heard this, in podcasts and books, the person that we lie to the most is ourselves, right? We set an alarm clock in the morning. We say we're going to get up and then we hit snooze. We lied to ourselves. Hey, we said, man, I'm going to take control of my health. I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to move. I'm going to work out. And then, a couple days in, we quit, right? We lied to ourselves. Whatever it is that you're I'm going to do this, and then you don't do it. How often do you lie to yourself in the morning? I do it, right? I did it. I almost lied to the internet world and said I justified my actions because of the excuses I was making, because of the things I was blaming, because I couldn't do my workout and I couldn't do my walk and I had to eat the protein bar even though I was doing carnivore. I had all of these things running in my mind, it's fine. And then at the end of the day, am I really being true to myself? Absolutely not. I failed, but it doesn't mean a failure is a failure forever, right? You have a bad day or a bad weekend, or you didn't follow your protocol or the things that you were hoping to do. It's okay. If there's one thing that I tell myself, the only way I fail is if I quit. And I say that, when I'm frustrated with my parenting, right? Like if I'm like, oh, that was a bad parenting move. Well, probably a fail. I need to ask for forgiveness. Or in my marriage, man, that really was a stinky situation. I didn't handle that well. That was a fail. In my health, right? I was doing carnivore the last 48 hours, threw me for a loop. I didn't do the best that I could have done. I failed. I failed in my own, the goals I had set for myself, or the workouts I wanted to achieve, or even in my business. In January, I didn't hit the goal I wanted. I failed. But I'm going to tell you something. I could easily wallow and whine and gripe and get into my mind and go, well, what's the use of apologizing to my kids because they don't care? Or why should I go apologize to my husband? We're just going to keep fighting. Or, man, you know what? This business isn't quite working. I think this isn't for me. You know what? I slept in, I ate the protein bar when it really wasn't carnivore. I skipped out on my workouts. Maybe I should just go sit on the couch and eat a bag of potato chips. I want you to know something. We've all been there. We're human. We're not perfect. And I want you to just remember this phrase. The only way you fail is if you quit. Oh, my husband is here. Hi. We're going to go for a walk. I was telling them how I failed 75 hard, but the only way you fail is if you quit.
It's true.
That's what I was talking about.
So she didn't really fail. It's just all a learning lesson.
No, I'm talking about how it's easy to justify, make excuses, make the post for the gram.
I know you haven't necessarily probably told them about your back experience, but
for sure,
there's a valid reason why she didn't walk last night.
Yeah, but there's also an aspect of it's okay to go to the next day, and whether it feels like it's not like I'm fully starting over. I was saying whether it's in your diet or a relationship or arguing with somebody or wanting to quit with a job, it's day one, but it's not day one. I'm not starting over with whether it's the weight or starting over in a relationship. It's more it's okay to go, all right, I'm going to restart. Make sense?
Perfect.
All right, we're actually going to go for a walk now. So I want to say thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters. Day 1 to 75 hard. The only way you fail is if you quit. Tell me what you're thinking. It's Thursday, but to me it feels like a Monday because I feel like a long weekend up until today. Doesn't it feel like a Monday?
It's been a very...
It's such a weird week. Thank you for tuning in. We have the reboot starting February 25th, so that's a longer fast.
Which is Stephanie's favorite day of the year.
It's my birthday. I'll be 41. And also, we have trial packs we're mailing out today, so if you've never tried ketones, you want to know more, I'll come back on later today to talk about those. Post trial in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful morning. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.